Okay, so this is our hip internal rotation. So the camera needs to make sure that you're shooting straight down the midsection of his legs. We're gonna put a shoe right there in between his feet. We actually have a small line on the weight room flooring right there. So that's the distance I want your feet apart from each other. And so if you have a bat or a broomstick, you can put that in the middle of your stance, and then we'll remove that shoe. So we're gonna go hands on the hips and then internally rotate his right foot. So right foot internally rotates as far as you can without allowing your hip to move. The goal is to get your toe to the midline or mid stance of your feet. Same thing with the left side. So what I'm looking for here as a coach is if your hips move. So I'm letting you know because I want you to make sure you don't cheat this. If you feel one side way tighter than the other, make sure you vocalize that on the video that you send in. Like, hey, it might look like it was decent, but my right side really feels tight, so we can know that. So we can add some correctives into your program. If I was with you, I would hold on to the hips to make sure that you do not move, but right now, just make sure that you're aware that I do not want your hips to move at all. We're gonna internally rotate as far as we can there. That looks good. Internally rotate as far as we can there, and I'm good with that. A bad one would be internally rotate and get to about right there and be really, really tough without allowing this to happen. So a lot of times when you get restricted, those hips will really move. Try to keep them still, hands on the hips, about a shoe length apart or right below the hips with your stance of your feet. Internally rotate both sides.